So you trying to tell me? See, now this is where we gonna go into something else. You trying to tell me that you ain't never? We was young and dumb. I'm included in that. You ain't never wind up doing something with somebody and you say to yourself, like, what the fuck was I thinking? That ain't never happened to you.
All right, good people. We are going to pick back up. We had some technical difficulties, as to be expected. But what I was alluding to was a woman's, what is it? Market, sexual marketplace. Is that the words? Like when they're between 20 and 30, that's when they're at the height of their sexual marketplace. And, most of the time when they're in that stage, they're not really interested in locking up with anybody. Some of them are. There's always exceptions. But most are just trying to find themselves and they're having fun. And meanwhile, while they're in that stage in their life, men are looking at them as an item to keep, a wife, if you will. Most men, maybe not the men their age, but older men are. Some older men. And so therefore, these men want the women when they're at the sexual prime, and not necessarily sexual in the truest sense of the word, but when they're at their best, when they're at their hottest, and when they're, on top of their game. But women aren't really interested in locking up with those type of men at that time. It's like they go through their little stage where they want a bad boy or thug, if you will, or what have you. So that's what I was alluding to. And then my man over here doesn't agree with me, I don't think. But I'll let him tell you. And I do need some of that material so I can, bounce back off of it.
I'm simply saying that we as the Nathaniel, you hear me?
Neanderthal?
Yeah. That we are. Back then, as long as she was fine, we based all our decisions off of the visual aspect of everything, and we had to evolve and learn as we got older in order to come to more conscious and say, hey, look, there's more to her than just how she looks, in order to say that this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. Sometimes what's good about it is that you grow into those things. You grow into those where, marriage is a learning process, bro, where you try to figure out there are some things that you don't have to blow up and turn it into that's it, I'm done type of thing. Or you can go on ahead and say, like, you know what? That's not really a big enough problem to make me say that I'm going to call it quits with this whole deal. You got some people that don't know any better and say, like, hey, you know what? Nah, that's it. I could find something better. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what your tolerance level is. You're going to have to deal with some kind of tolerance level. And I just think that when you get older, you learn that. You know what I'm saying? But when you're young, like I said, the way we are, we're like, yo, she fine, that's good. That's what I was saying as far as them being kind of like the same. She's not ready to settle up. He is only looking at what he perceives as a reason to settle up. That's what I was saying.
But I think what I'm alluding to is that they're at their best at that time, but when they get in their 30s, not to say they become unattractive, not to say they're not good looking, but they're definitely not who they were when they was a little bit younger.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
in many cases, they ran through a whole football team between 20 and 25.
Damn, why I gotta be a football team?
And then
Hold up.
wait, hear me out. Hear me out. They done ran through a football team, and when you showed up, when they was running through the football team, and you was trying to be that dude, they was like, Psh, ain't got time for you. Come on, man, leave me alone.
Hey, yo. I'm just trying to figure out why they got to run through a football team. See,
Because
you threw me off.
That's
where
where they're at in their life. They're just not necessarily a football team. That's just on the lines of what you be doing, your analogies and stuff. It's not necessarily that they're running through a football team, but they're having fun.
But what you're doing is you're putting this out there as if it was a lot. It doesn't have to necessarily be a lot.
It is a lot.
What the?
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
So you're basically saying that between these certain ages and whatnot, that it's just a foregone conclusion that women done ran through a lot of motherfuckers.
Not everybody, but there's a lot of mugs that's like, girl, this mug called me, this mug called me. I told him I was going out with him. I told him I was going out with him.
Okay.
They both come into the club. I don't even know who I'm gonna go home with. A lot of that type of stuff.
So okay, all right. You talking about a specific type of woman there?
No,
don't make it broad.
People,
You what?
College people. Oh. They go through their stages, man.
Oh, come on, man. They got hold up. They got. There's a thing going on now where you got these women that are basically saying that you did this and you did that, and I had no awareness of it, kind of trapping cats up and all this other kind of stuff. But to sit there and say that it's a broad, like a lot, no, I absolutely disagree with that.
You have no idea.
I have no. Why don't I have any idea?
Because I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
When I was in college.
Okay. All right.
This is aside from the 2 or 3 people that got married.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they
women was just out hoeing.
They had boyfriends.
Just hoeing, doing.
They had boyfriends, and I wouldn't call them hoes. But they was doing some hoe like.
You did. You called them a hoe when you said that they had football. When you said they had the football team.
They did some hoe like things,
Huh?
They did hoe type things.
Oh.
And don't get me wrong, guys do it all the time.
Look, I understand young people being out on their own for the first time. Because even in the military, you out on your own for the first time. You experience and you learn, you're doing things because you're out on your own. But to turn around and say like, hey, yo, yeah, they was doing a whole football team. I'll be like, well, what the fuck was the football team doing? The football team was doing their shit too.
Let me tell you, when I was in college, man, every Thursday night they had orgies.
Okay.
Nah, I didn't participate in it because it was them. It was
you ain't participated in it?
No, I wasn't that type of guy.
Well, I ain't trying to get personal with you or nothing like that. I'm just saying that.
Please don't.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that. Well, I never knew of a school that had, and I could be wrong because I went into the military. I didn't took college courses.
You never knew of a school that had what?
That they was doing orgies.
Are you kidding me?
I just didn't. Don't you hear me sitting here saying that I don't know because I wasn't I didn't spend time on a campus.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me just preface it like this. You ever heard of lice? You never dealt with lice before in your life, right?
Lice?
Right.
No.
You know why? Because you wasn't on a college campus. I never dealt with them either, but I knew it was there. You ever heard of mononucleosis?
Yeah.
You know why? You ever dealt with it?
No.
You know why?
Why?
Because it was on a campus. And do you want to know why there's lice and mononucleosis and all that shit on the campus?
Shit.
Because them motherfuckers is wild as shit on the campus.
Word? Yeah. Well, it's the news to me, man. I just, again, we go back to that who you trust. All right?
I mean,
you was my brother. You was my brother. you
witnesses.
You
don't, fuck it, pull it up.
don't buy the idea that there is a one and only. We used to marry till death do us apart. Today we marry till love dies. We used to marry and have sex for the first time. Today you marry and you stop having sex with others. You used to have monogamy, one person for life, and today monogamy is one person at a time. And everybody says I'm monogamous in all my relationships. And it supposedly makes sense. So the norms are changing so fast. There is nothing you can do when you leave a person than to tell them that you are so sorry that you're hurting them, and you have loved them deeply, and you wish them the best, and you thank them for everything they've given you, and you wish for them the best, and yet you're going to go. And it is just raw pain.
Wow.
You can't circumvent that. Heartbreak is heartbreak.
Woo.
Man, she just summed
Wow.
up. She summed up a whole lot.
That was something else, man. Wow.
That was deep.
She basically saying like, hey, yo, look, this is where we're at. The best thing I could do is just let you go.
But that kind of backhandedly goes with everything I was just saying. Am I right, Ray?
Okay. I'm gonna ponder the thought on that.
You go ahead.
Not to just set out to debate with you or nothing like that, but I'm gonna ponder the thought so I can get a little better understanding when it comes out. Because that was a blast right there.
That was a good one, but I
Yeah.
need you to focus on this one here that Ray put up there. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and handle that.
What is this one?
That's Megatron.
There's a picture of a that is a lady, right? Okay, there's a picture of a.
Careful.
Careful with what? It's still up to me to discern what the fuck I'm looking at, right? Is that a lady or is that a dude right there? I can't really
Sound
tell.
like you haven't discerned yet.
Exactly. Anyway, there's a picture of one person on one side, and then there's a picture of that same person kind of makeup and dolled up and whatnot with their
seen your skills.
hair.
I like that moonwalk
hair
right there.
with the moon.
That
I moonwalked out of that one.
You moonwalk.
It's a person with the blonde hair and whatnot, and clearly she's wearing a lot of makeup and all that, and really does not look like the other picture. And somebody said, "This is Megatron, leader of the Decepticons."
That's some great ass makeup right there, ain't it?
It's a lot of people that.
Okay, let's see what she got.
I don't necessarily need, by preference, I don't necessarily need a woman to have a lot of makeup on. I like that kind of inner beauty and whatnot, and it does kind of enhance a little bit. If she does decide to get dolled up, I'll be like, wow, that's pretty good. But I also know that the inner beauty that she has, as well as how she looks without the makeup. I like that. That's just me. That's just my personal preference.
Okay, let's hear this chick. Wow, that's some good makeup.
Is that her? Even the skin tone is different. Okay.
No, he frustrated. He thoroughly.
You know why? Because they supposed to link up.
And she is gorgeous in that makeup.
They supposed to link up.
Truth be told, she's not a bad looking girl, but she's much better with makeup.
Look at him crying.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh man.
That was a good one, Ray.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's my
aside from
laugh
her
of the day.
having a hair
Did
like
she have an Adam's apple? Did she do
no,
this?
she didn't have an Adam's apple. No
What
way.
did she do that for? Because I know that wasn't no dude.
No. I think that was a girl. I think that was first of all, that was a girl. And you already said that she wasn't bad looking.
She wasn't.
Exactly. I
Wait,
didn't.
wait, don't even try, bro.
Don't-
Don't even try. I know you was trying to go with that. You said she was already, she wasn't bad looking before you found out whether she was a dude or not. Yo, bro, how you gonna go there on me?
I
man?
wasn't saying that because
I just said that because I saw her do this, and maybe there was an Adam's apple there or something.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's so be, I always thought that was a girl.
I did too.
All right, but you brought up
But
the
she
Adam
did
apple,
do
but you
this.
did already say that she wasn't bad looking.
Come on, man.
If you did have doubts
Pause.
about her being, I'm just saying if you did have doubts,
I wouldn't have said that.
huh?
If I had doubts, I wouldn't have said that.
If you would.
Damn, man, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't think that she. Now, I think there's a misrepresentation going on with the both of them, where,
They fooling the shit out of
her
somebody.
actual skin tone actually was totally different. Just like the first one, I was like, wow, what do you do? What do you do in that case? What do you do?
Run.
Hold on. You remember? Hold on. You remember in the military? You remember the military? Like, if you did wind up dealing with a chick, I don't know, last call, you in the club or whatever, and it's like, looks like we're the only ones left. Let's go back to my dorm room or whatever, right? And then you go back, and then you go to sleep and all that kind of stuff, and then you wake up in the morning, and then also you be like,
Why?
yo, I gotta work. We gotta get. I gotta. And your whole mission is to get
get
out,
the fuck
get
away from
get her
her.
out of the dorm before anybody
Else
sees
sees
you with her, right?
Yep.
And there's always somebody up early in the morning, like a Ray, trying to work out.
like what was his name on Fridays? was Lita the Ezel talking about? I ain't the smartest dude in the world, but is that Smokey over there taking a shit? Ezel.
Yo,
Like Ezel up.
you always have where, you're like, okay, yeah, I hit that, but now I gotta get out of here before anybody else find out that I hit it.
Listen, she wasn't
Get
coming
out the
from my
door.
place. She was coming from my neighbor's place. Man.
That
It wasn't
first
me.
one, that first one right there.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. You probably would be upset with that one.
I wouldn't be upset because that would have never happened.
You trying to tell me that right there? That this
one here?
the right hand side, or no, this first one, the first one, the right hand, the blonde looking one.
Nah,
You
nah.
huh?
It's just she too skinny or something. There would have been something that stopped me.
Mm-hmm. What about the second one there?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she's attractive, but I'm not attracted to her. Like, she's not my type.
Right. I'm just saying, as far as like, if you can think back, during that time frame.
Nah.
You saying that?
Sometimes you just got to
possibly-
be definitive. Nah.
So you trying to tell me? See, now this is where we gonna go into something else. You trying to tell me that you ain't never? We was young and dumb. I'm included in that. You ain't never wind up doing something with somebody and you say to yourself, like, what the fuck was I thinking? That ain't never happened to you.
Me?
Motherfucker, I just said both.
I didn't drink
We
back
was-
then.
So you willingly knew.
Come on, man. We've all made mistakes.
I'm just saying, and that's why I'm
We've
talking.
all made mistakes.
Look at it, but the problem is the Decepticon part, where
Yeah.
it's like, yo, you purposely put all of this to mask yourself, to disguise yourself. Let me ask you, maybe I should ask a woman this, or well, no, that might be a little insulting if
I had
you
a good
did
friend
that.
I used to work with. His name was Shaq, like Shaquille O'Neal type. His name was Shaq.
Uh-huh.
Shaq was that dude. He loved picking up. So Shaq was a basketball player.
What my thing is that the girl, when she goes, because I know there's some women that, at least back in our day, that would go out to a club and wouldn't have a dime in their pocket and
That
would
was
not
about
even
nice.
worry about how they was
they
going to
gonna
get a
get
drink or
home
anything like
or
that
anything.
because they just knew
Somebody's
that if
gonna
I look
bother
a
me.
certain way, somebody's going to offer me a drink, and they purposely went in there. So I'm looking at this like, here
Simps.
she is, right? Yeah, they target simps. Here she is with all this makeup and whatnot. So she knows that I'm looking a certain way, disguising myself. All right.
She's not my type, no matter what.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about eventually the mask got to come off, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna be
And-
around for that.
But I'm saying eventually she's got to know what is the plan here. What is the plan? Because eventually the mask has to come off.
I will
So
say this.
what are we gonna? What's happening when the mask comes off?
She will hope to have rocked his world before the mask comes off, and then he'll be like, shit, fuck it.
Girl,
Nobody gotta know.
I love you anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just when all I'm saying is that I'm just trying to think about, psychologically as far as how what is their plan? I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this guy, but eventually I know that the mask is going to come off. How is he going to
You know what she
react
gonna
to
do?
it?
And I might be out of line saying this. If that's a girl, she gonna give him the best blowjob he ever had in his life.
And you think that blowjob is going to supersede
he's
when
a
that
simp.
mask come off?
If he's a simp, he'll be like, shit, I don't care, girl. You do that shit what you did last night, I'm good. Do it now.
Oh man, we shallow.
That's
as
the
shit,
only
huh?
hope left.
So you saying men
Some men are.
men is shallow as shit if you sit there saying
Super
that like,
shallow.
yo, all you gotta do is give me a blowjob and I'll forget everything about.
No, it's got to be a magnificent blowjob. A choker out type shit.
Men, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna discredit you like that. I'm not gonna say that.
Is blowjob a word we can't use on here?
What do you mean?
It's okay.
Well, half the shit I say probably
I know
shouldn't be
you.
said.
You got a
but, you know.
filthy mouth.
Yeah, okay. Well, consider the source.
That one's out, but you know what?
Okay.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna say I want to thank everybody for checking us out. Again, if you have anything that you want to comment on or just put it out there, put it in the comments. So because there are probably others that are thinking the same way you do, and you'll be probably the first to put it out there. But they're probably curious just to figure out or just to see how many other people think like me or how many other people think like other people that's watching this. So I thank you all for coming to check us out on this particular one.
We're having a lot of fun with this, and only you can make it more fun. Just engage with us.
Yeah.
Have fun with us. This is fun for us. It's just fun, but we want to share this fun.
Yep.
So
And just check it out and then like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
All right. Thank you all.
View, like, and subscribe.